Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing today spawning on the left, we have Sock with Human. Got the Archmage first. Some shenanigans going on around the mercenary camp over here. Frosttroll Shadow Priest picked up. And on the right hand side, 120 playing as Undead, going for the Lich first. Looks like it's going to be a fast expansion strategy. Map is Echo Isles, and this one from the Pro Iron TP monthly 4 season 2. Yeah. It's the Pro Iron logo on the map. So far, okay, here we go. Footy scouts out the Lich, scouts out the expansion. Still creeping in the center at the moment, aim. Moving around to the mercenary camp. Bit of lightning shield creeping from 120. Very efficient. Very, very effective creeping.
A player's forces are
Picks up the Frosttroll Shadow Priest himself. A good option to dispel the water elementals, but it's actually not going to be an attack onto the expansion. It's going to be expansion creep from Sock into this new central cap. Added in Echo Isles 2.2 is the version. And let's see, level up. Is he going to start the expansion? He's putting down a tower. We do have 120 coming across, probably expecting an attack. Hasn't happened yet. So, must be an expansion, and he notices it's going to be in the center. Maybe a Scully scouted that out. Solid Nova there. But stern resistance from Sock so far. Good amount of range damage, but here comes some more range damage from 120. Kills off the opponent's Frosttroll. Takes quite a lot of damage on his own Berserker now, though, from these footies. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't been dispelling these water elementals a bit more aggressively, but alright. Could be a ghoul going down there. Nope, denied. But the Dark Ritual. He has gone for that instead of the Frost Armor. I do recall Dark Ritual getting nerfed a little bit, right? That's one of the reasons why this Lich first style kind of fell out of favour in the more recent patches. Clears off the water elemental. Pretty much even on experience between the two heroes. Very, very close. But here we go. Expansion up and running already for Sock. Got a shop up here and an arcane tower. Going to be quite difficult to attack this. Back the other way. The Haunted Goldmine nearly done. So it's actually Sock who's getting there first in terms of gold mining. Got the coal tower up. Tier 2 underway for both players. Pretty much identical start times.
A player's forces are under attack.
Finds the AM a little isolated. Gonna survive. Very close call. Frosttroll Shadow Priest though. Just fast enough to get out of the water elemental's line of fire. And meanwhile the footy's gonna go down to do some harass. Only one tower up at the moment, so these acolytes going to be in a bit of trouble. Looks like the ghouls looking to return the favor, but the arcane tower going to burn through those skellies quite quickly. Going to try attack the tower itself, trying to avoid that feedback damage. From the arcane tower, which burns through the mana and through the summons. Okay, one acolyte down so far. Remember the tick is going, so he can't rebuild that acolyte. Could be exchanging this for a footman. No, that's going to survive just. This footy not so lucky though. Lich taking care of that. Creeping meanwhile from Sock. High action game so far. All sorts of stuff running around on various spots on the map. Tough to keep track of it for me, let alone as the player. But that's why we watch these legends.
A town is
Slowly
under siege.
regening over time. Might be able to bait that footy past a cold tower to put some distance between them. Through the aggro of the creeps here. Gonna see a ghoul going down. Just gonna attack the water elementals. Dispel one of them. Ghoul, 12 HP. If it takes one more shot from the water elemental,
Players' forces are under attack.
would have gone down. Survives though. But here we go. Sock coming on with a lot of footmen into the base. He's up at 46 pop caps, so he's pumped a huge number of footies considering how many he's lost already. Got a second ziggurat down as well as a necropolis finishing now, so can rebuild these acolytes more easily. Not interrupting his tech, which he hasn't actually started tier 3 yet. It's rebuilding acolyte from the main base instead of from the expansion. Might be a misclick. Definitely slowing down a lot of 120's gold income.
A player's forces are
Meanwhile,
under
just
attack.
accelerating his own expansion. Stacked up. He's got a second barracks down.
A town is under siege.
It's unusual. That's why he was able to pump so many footmen. Looks like the shop is going to fall. That's a style slaughterhouse here, but I don't think that's going to work with Sock right here. No, he's not going to go in for the cancel on that. Very strange. Starting up with a bit of a scrap down here. I've got the mud golem popping off some slows, assisting with the chase down.
A town is under siege.
Frostroll Berserker goes down. Mud Golem falling. It's a fragile old unit that, but it is a powerful effect on a mercenary this slow. Over to polish off another footy.
A player's
Just about out of
forces
mana
are
though on
under
the
attack.
lich. No more Novus for a long time. Unless he wants to Dark Ritual something very powerful. Picks up the mantle. Pretty over here. Frostroll's going to see it. Got a spirit tower up here as well. I don't think we've seen any defense from the footmen so far. Don't know if they've got it ticked or not.
A
And
player's
getting a
forces are under
flying
attack.
machine up first. Second workshop underway, tier 3 as well. And an arcane sanctum. So Sock's going to have a lot of options when it comes to production. And knock out this fiend here, eventually getting it done. Ensnare from the creeps combining up with a Stormbolt, I guess it was, from the Mountain King. Stormbolt onto the Lich, but pretty strong army here. Good number of fiends and the Frostroll Berserker. These footies falling fast. Dark Ritual on the Lich, denying the experience. Ghouls peeling off. 120 still has a good number of them.
A
Not going
player's
to impact
forces
his
are under
lumber
attack.
harvesting with the double gold income. He's actually still going to go for Ghoul Frenzy, even though he's only got, was it 4 or 5 ghouls? It's interesting. Maybe he plans to make some more of them. Dark Ritual on the Fiend, wow. Death Knight was out of position, going for the shop to pick up the orb. Couldn't heal.
A player's forces are under attack.
Try claim the central camp. That was a wand of mana stealing. And yeah, now with the orb, with the Fiend Focus Fire, Sock's going to need something a bit stronger if he wants to try these harass attempts. He's got a few flying machines. No upgrades
A
on them
player's
yet,
forces are
but
under attack.
getting an armor upgrade for the knights and the flying machines. Got a couple breakers as well. 1/1 upgrades already on the knights and breakers. And, you know, he's got a lot of production buildings. Double barracks, double workshop. Oh, boy. The Lich got surrounded. What was the Lich doing so far away from the Death Knight? Oh, no. He was trying to hire the Dark Ranger from the tavern. Disastrous from 120. Even a level 1 Stormbolt strong enough there. His Knight's spitting out some pretty good damage. But normal damage is reasonable against hero armor. Okay, the Lich brought back from the tavern. Tries to sneak it around the side here, but the... Ooh, maybe doesn't quite spot each other. It is nighttime.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looks like it's going to be Sock, the one at the shop. Maybe picking up the invul and heal scrolls. Did he purchase a circlet then as well? The Mountain King? Okay, ghouls. Very quick with the frenzy and the aura. Chasing down, looking for maybe a bit of a surround. Oh, but he's got the clap actually. Big damage on the ghouls, they're slowed. Over on a knight, but he's got the staff to get it out. Just having to knock out the water elementals. And there's the clap as well. MK out of mana now. Got the militia coming in from the side, bolstering Sock's firepower. Still no destroyers morphed as of yet. Maybe not wanting to give the flying machines a target. Trying to fight only with ground units currently. 1 damage upgrade so far on the Fiends. Thought he might be trying to push out an Abomination for a bit of a meat shield. Maybe the Disease Cloud as well. Especially because no healing at the moment for Sock. Doesn't have any priests. So the Disease Cloud would be quite effective. Chipping away at the human's health. But it did get nerfed, I think, a couple patches ago. There goes one knight. Pretty much bang even on army sizes at this stage. Oh, there is an Abomination. No disease card yet though. Okay, right in the mix here with the claps. Most of the ghouls are dead. 120 looking to reposition slightly. Change his front line. I think every ghoul, not 2 more at the back actually, still alive. Playing hard here. Good amount of focus fire damage from this undead army still. He's going to continue to creep. Does have level 5 on the Lich already, so is leeching some experience away from these other 2 heroes. Lich is stacked up in terms of damage though, plus 15.
A player's
Still a little bit worrying that he doesn't have an invul potion, especially as this human tri-hero starts to level up a bit. It's very fast staff out on the knight. Decent silence though on the 2 supporting heroes. That's enough to force Sock back for a while. And there goes the flying machines. Looks like there's no web yet. A little bit slack from 120. Destroyer's not going to last long. A-bomb denied again by the Dark Ritual. And has to town portal out. Too much pressure on the Mountain King. Ooh, just about got that knight on the exit. 12 HP.
A player's forces are under attack.
120. Still in an aggressive position. Still quite close in army sizes. But he's doing well in terms of like the regen, keeping the statues alive. Pretty close there. There we go, level 3 on the Mountain King. Close to level 3 on the Paladin as well. Oh, 1 XP short. No way. So
player's
those are some
forces
pretty
are
big
under
break
attack.
points. Decides to go for level 2 clap though, so looks like Sock's not really looking for the superhero focus angle on a high level Stormbolt. That's a huge number of flying machines though, so if 120 can kind of keep the fight on the ground, all that PopCap tied up in flying machines should give him a good advantage. Bit of silence coming in there. Okay, right in the mix. There goes the clap now. These knights, they got 2 damage upgrades now. They're chewing even through the A-bombs. Maybe a little bit late on the heal scroll activation from 120, it seemed like. Denies the Fiend. He's doing a good job denying experience, but still struggling against these high damage output knights. Dark Ranger level up now though. Some priests in the mix for Sock. Hard to say who's winning this. Sock does have a slightly larger army at this stage, and of course there's another Dark Ritual deny. The Stormbolt. Nice little choke point here for 120 though. Cycling his units back, maxing the regen from these statues. And there goes the MK in the blink of an eye. He falls to the undead hero focus. Oh boy. It can always happen in these matchups, especially as these hero levels start to creep up. And Nuke is so powerful, you got to be well stocked with all the consumables. And there we go. Good little move there from 120. Does have a destroyer up in the air as well. I hope he's teched web this time. So far we haven't seen it at all yet though. Looks like 120 is intent on the focus fire on the heroes at this stage. Still surprised we haven't seen Disease Cloud.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, able to soak off a water elemental. Somehow the Archmage's still not 5, and I have to think that it's because of the Dark Rituals constantly from the Lich. Probably denied like a good 6 units with that. And that's making the difference at the moment, it feels like. I wonder if you go for another level of Brilliance or another level of Water Elementals, because, you know, 120 doesn't have a huge number of destroyers. And he has Tech Web, as we can see now. So, you know, the Water Torrent could be pretty powerful. So could extra mana on these other heroes. Put a focus onto the Lich early on. Does have a Town Portal if he needs it. Breakers. Still bundle and focus onto the Lich. A-bomb's going now fast as well. Another Dark Ritual. Well-timed coil. Goes through that Stormbolt damage. MK out of mana now. Destroyed down to the flying machines. Focusing on the knights with these fiends. Lots of hiding going on. Sock is creeping up though, managed to go up to high upkeep briefly there. Might be fighting slightly more effectively, and it's going to be a Town Portal out from 120. Death Knight was getting a little bit low. Maybe could have got polished off by a Stormbolt. So he's getting out of there. Yeah, it's tough, you know, trying to fight with fiends against knights. It's just such a bad damage matchup.
Are under attack.
So, seems to be causing 120 to struggle. He's trying to get these A-bombs from the front line, but they don't have any upgrades, so they're not standing up against these very powerful knights. 2-1 upgrades. Actually getting a sorceress in the mix now as well. That's interesting. Bit of creeping here for the secondary heroes. Death Knight is getting pretty close to 5. Still a little bit low on health. It's relative, I suppose. He's pretty tanky with this much bonus strength. He's popping his mana right away. That's interesting. Picks up a heal scroll. Got the invo on the Lich. No town portal at this stage.
Forces are under attack.
That's on the Death Knight. Picks off a flying machine there. And now it's 120 who's broken upkeep. Sock banking at 80 for a while. He's managed to squeeze in a second expansion while 120 is out creeping. So let's see if this is going to work for 120. Big army fight. Oh, and a retrain into Blizzard. Silence that away though. Just slow coming in as well from the Sorceress. Big clap as well. Huge damage. Oh, this is just nasty. Silence coming in again, interrupting the Blizzard. So many low health units for 120. He's already used his heal scroll. Uses an A-bomb out the back there. Bit of focus onto the Paladin. Goes invulnerable. Dark Ranger getting extremely low to the Blizzard. There goes the A-bomb. He does have Disease Cloud now. Spreading that around. Brought the Militia in. Gonna lose a few of them here. But the main mines are dry at this stage. And actually, so is the central mine. I wonder how much gold that has in it. I didn't realize. It seems like maybe it's a lower gold count mine. Maybe 2,500 less if I had to guess. So that's actually run dry for Sock at this stage. So it's all on. The fight for this gold mine is going to determine the game. Staffing out the Knights. Again, the Dark Ranger getting quite low. The Paladin could come in here. Nope. Staying alive for the moment. Can't say the same about this Fiend though. And how many staffs has he got? Has he got 3 staffs now? Oh man, it's so hard to kill anything for 120. We've got 3 staffs of preservation, or sanctuary rather. Oh. And there we go, picking off a few units with the human hero Newt. And now 120 way down on food count. He has not had a good time. It's, you know, all these units back here healing up from the staff outs. It's really trouble. And Blizzard, well-timed retraining, getting some really good efficiency out of that. But maybe he can keep this going. Oh, 25 HP left on that knight. It's getting away. Or is it? Oh! Healing potion. Saving the day on the AM. That coil was mid-air. That could have been disastrous. The Peli low on mana. And in the meantime, while the heroes are a little bit out of action, 120 kind of cleaning up a bit, but his own units are getting very low. A few of these knights arriving in reinforcement from these staff outs. And finished healing. So that's bolstering the army of Sock once again. Does look like the disease cloud is kind of ticking down a few of these units though. Backing away here. Statues. He's got a fresh one in. Morphs a couple destroyers actually now. Only 4 flying machines. That could work. Couple destroyers against these knights. He's got quite a few of them. 3 destroyers now. Good little change in composition, and we got 700 gold left for 120. Clock is ticking for him. Oh, he's so on point with these staff outs at the moment. Sock making it so difficult for 120. He's come so close to killing so many units, but not quite. Again, another escape. He's just pulling the trigger on the nuke a little bit too early, I think. Okay, there we go, level up on the Lich. The Death Knight also leveling up. Ooh, last second save there, the Stormbolt. Not quite getting a kill. Does have an invul potion on the Lich as well. Let's rip on a few of these knights. Oh, you could see the Paladin was trying to nuke the Lich, I'm pretty sure. But got interrupted by the invul potion activation. Now the Mountain King's taking some focus fire. Does have a healing potion transferred over by the AM. Has to pop it. Takes out the tower. Still got a lot of knights that can rejoin the action. Looks like he's maybe rebuilt a couple flying machines. He's pumping out a few more of them to counter the switch back into destroyers by 120. But his gold mine's dry, unsummoning a few buildings, bringing across what's left for a bit of Dark Ritual action. Here he goes. Taking out a few of these flying machines, trying to keep these destroyers operating. Decent Nova. Here come the reinforcements and the Dark Ritual. Blizzard though, just so punishing. Here we go, finally knocks out a knight this time. A few of those ground units getting polished off. It didn't last long. Oh, well, I'm sure he would have had a staff out for that knight. Here goes another fiend.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, he's got to be careful. A lot of mana left on that Lich. Could see some big Novas coming up. Well-timed staff out that occasion, and looks like the last destroyer going to get finished shortly by these knights. I mean, by these flying machines. His own Blizzard, though, killing a lot of his own flying machines. 3 of them go down to his own Blizzard. Maybe we could open up another morphing opportunity. Real tug of war through the center of the map here. Oh, big nuke onto the Death Knight. But then the MK goes down. Pally, I think. Holy Light, is it 65 mana? It's a little bit cheaper than Death Coil, from what I remember. Might not have quite had enough there. There's off most of the peasants on gold. So it's going to slow down the reproduction, but Sock's still a little bit up on PopCap. He brought in the militia. Looks like he's going to go for a big fight with the militia. Saving that unit. 120 continuing the aggression. He's got a lot of statues here for regen on his heroes. Staff out on the Pally. And Sock kind of having to give up this position without the MK. MK's brought back. It looks like he's going to lose his expansion. Okay, coming back in. There's greater dark minions. Such a good Dark Ritual target, keeping that Lich stocked up on mana. Chip away at the Town Hall now. Constantly activating and deactivating the militia, trying to time this fight correctly. But it looks like 120 is actually going to pull back here to the shop. Transferring over a few items, switching them around. He's got an invul potion on the Death Knight. Doesn't want to lose the Death Knight. Still quite far away from 6. Actually, you would consider going for Death Pact. Move on to the Mountain King early. Counter attack onto the Death Knight. Oof, big damage on the MK. Has to staff him out. And that leaves the Knights vulnerable now. Oh, this Knight kind of getting blocked against the trees. A little bit slow on the coil though. Takes out the breakers. Now back onto the peasants. Switching the focus around, but the blizzard is doing huge damage. Silence interrupting, killing off a few more militia now. Undead Hero's quite low on mana. Or maybe I said that too early with the Dark Ritual from the Lich. Level 3 just providing so much. Dodges that blizzard quite effectively. Okay. Extending quite far with that blizzard. Good Nova there to polish off the priest out the back. Looking good for 1-2-0 at this stage, but the Mountain King coming back in. Big clap. Big blizzard damage. Focus back onto the MK. He's going to have to staff him out again. And there goes the last Knight, is it? Seems like 1-2-0 is just pulled far enough ahead. Just so much efficiency with this Tri-Hero, so much higher level. Eventually overcoming and overwhelming Sok. Here's off the expansion. Flying Machines doing a bit of recon, seeing what's back here, and summon just about everything to make this push 1-2-0 did. Here he comes for the main base. Nowhere to hide if he staffs them out. They're only coming back to here. Actually gets the Destroyer morphed somehow. Don't know where he got the gold for that, but maybe cashed in a few items. Very good timing for that. The Flying Machine's out of position, still does have a couple of them. Washes off another Knight. And he's just going to chase down the Tri-Hero now. Starts a Haunted Goldmine down here in the corner. No Flying Machine bombs either, so this could be quite difficult to cancel. Machines. A few good bursts on the Destroyer. And take out the shop. Human Heroes out the back here hiding. But a huge pop gap lead for 1-2-0, even though most of it's tied up in obsidian statues. Trading a bit of nuke here. More the silence. Oh, staffs out at the last second, but now nothing to save the AM. The Mountain King left behind.
Town is under siege.
And yeah, Sok knows that he's done. Honestly, I think it was the Dark Rituals that won this game for 1-2-0. Just, you know, when it came down to those last, 5 minutes of fighting, the extra experience, the extra hero levels, I think made the difference. Very impressive by 1-2-0. I thought that the firepower of the Knights, the Blizzard, was going to get the job done late, but no. The high-level heroes from 1-2-0, very good micro, ending up taking the victory. And some good hero focus here and there. You know, generally was kind of missing the timings on the nukes on the units. Good staff outs by Sok, but well-timed hero nuke and, caught that MK when it was close to the Undead expansion. And that was, I feel like, a bit of a turning point in this game. But either way, GG, really good game. Nice tug of war, lots of fighting throughout the whole match. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.